My name is Maddy Holland-King. I'm an advocate at Leadership Plus. I help people who are trying to seek access or increase supports from the NDIS, and my role is mainly to assist people once their appeal gets to the external review stage, so it's before the AAT. I think a disability advocate's role in relation to the NDIS should be to help individuals be aware of their rights and entitlements under the NDIS, and to understand how these supports could benefit many different aspects of their lives. An example of an NDIS issue that I think puts pressure on the advocacy sector is that once an NDIS appeal goes to the tribunal, there are lawyers that are representing the NDIA, and this can be very intimidating for individuals who are trying to seek increased supports or access. The work that we're having to do in those situations is to make sure that individuals understand the processes and procedures that are involved at the AAT, and also understand what the NDIA are saying to them. But also, I think most importantly, it is to help individuals to communicate their lived experiences and their preferences and their goals to the agency. In order for people to feel comfortable, they do need to have support, whether that be in the form of legal assistance or an advocate. But to have an individual sitting there by themselves, across from a lawyer, is a very difficult situation for people to be put in. One of the key issues that I see in my day-to-day work is how long the NDIS appeals process takes. I've assisted an individual who took an appeal to the tribunal, and it was at the tribunal for over 2 years and 5 months. That's an incredibly long period of time. She was successful in getting all of those supports for her child, but when I spoke to her afterwards, there wasn't the sense of relief that you would imagine, as it had taken so much out of her to be able to get there, and she never shouldn't have had to, be there for that long in the first place. So here at Leadership Plus, we have a really clear intake procedure where we prioritise providing assistance to people who don't have other supports within their lives. But this often means that sometimes we do need to turn away other people who do need advocacy as well, or sometimes put them on a wait list. Sometimes it can be challenging to deal with the pressure that is put on an advocate to provide assistance, especially when there are so many other people out there who require your assistance, but you just don't have the capacity to assist them. I hope that the system works better in the future than it does at the moment, because it does have the capacity to really help people and to have a positive impact on people's lives. But at this point in time, it just seems like it is so difficult for them to get these supports, and it takes such a long period of time. And I would hope that in the future, when people do provide, this evidence to the NDIA at the first instance, that people really take the time to look over it really thoroughly, so that they can see that these supports are needed, and to prevent people from having to go to an internal review and an external review, because often these processes can be really, really difficult for people.